I'm waiting, Ravens fans. I'm waiting to hear your response. Hold on, let me actually make sure. I'm sorry, I was actually at the beach before I was actually at the beach earlier, and I actually got out of the shower not too long ago. So let me put on my stuff. While this loads up and while people come in, let me go ahead and I was wearing it earlier. I just wanted to. I was taking it off because I didn't want to ruin it on the beach. So put this on back on. So I was wearing this earlier. Oh, there we go. All right. So Baltimore Ravens, this is what happened to you today. Let's go ahead and watch. This is you guys. 17-7 halftime lead. And you're joking. You blow a 24-21 lead. And you're joking. You're just joking. I'm just playing this until the Ravens fans realize this is what happened to them today. This is what happened. You choked. You're accusing us of almost choking games. You guys fucking choked. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting till people realize that the Baltimore Ravens are overrated. What's up, everyone? Ravens suck. I'm just gonna let this play a little bit longer, just until more people show up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in live, talk about my thoughts. And I'm just waiting. Baltimore Ravens fans, you want to give me an excuse of what happened today? All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Lamar Jackson is overrated. It's true, folks. Let me tell you honestly, and trust me, I agree 100%. They blew a 17-7 lead. And yet, we're called chokers, right, Red Zone? By the way, Red Zone, where's your crow vid? I didn't see it yet. You better have that crow video up soon because I personally want to see it. Oh, and let's talk about some of the other things that happened in Steel Maiden Stream. Oh, he actually is doing a crow right now. Okay. Oh, he's actually doing his crow. All right. So let's go ahead and I'll actually get the link and we'll go ahead and watch it. So give me a second, folks. We'll go ahead and watch. We'll actually pull up the... So give me a second. We'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and see.
Oh, well played by the Steelers. Mike Tomlin pretty much outsmarted John Harbaugh on this day. You deserve to win. Everything about that outsmarted a well played game, and you deserve the victory. And like I said, well played, Hayward. Well played. I disagree with that. I disagree. You won the game because of Hayward's injury. Well, his injuries. I question his injuries, but I'm sorry. The Ravens were about to score a touchdown and win the game. They were about to. They had muscles. I'm almost there with the egg thing because Cleveland ain't going to win the division. So I know you can't wait to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So. But that was, like I said, Pittsburgh outsmarted the Baltimore Ravens. They completely outsmarted them. And like I said, you deserve to win. When you outsmart the other team, you're going to win. And like I said, your defense is really good. I don't think it is great, Like I said, a lot of the things that I said during the week, I was absolutely right. But the one thing I was wrong about was the fact that the Steelers just pretty much outsmarted the Ravens. That's why I do. Well played by Hayward. Even if it's that second injury is legitimate. And no, I'm sorry, I questioned it. You know. So, all right. Let me just go on a little rant, and then I'll start letting you guys in, and then you can all laugh at me at your expense or whatever.
All right. Well, I'll listen to the rant, and then we'll go ahead and then give my thoughts.
Get back to being who they are. We are a run-oriented team. We were at our best when we just ran the ball down your throat. I don't care how good your rush defense is. We ran over you. And
I'll talk about that in a little bit, Patrick. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
And they need if they want to say it's 1970s football, I just tell the players, the white guys, grow your hair long and look like Led Zeppelin, and the black guys grow afros and look like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Because we need to start playing 1970s football again. When we play 1970s football, we are one of the best. We are probably the best team in football. But when we get away from that, try to get cute. You saw what the Steelers defense did. They took care of Lamar. They got the 4 turnovers, as some of you reminded me, because I didn't know that. And like I said, we need to get back to it. Now it's time for me to boo the link. And come on in, Steeler fans. And like I said, I'm only letting the Steeler fans in because I'll throw you.
All right, I'm actually going to stop that there for the time being. I might come back in a little while. I'll come back in a little bit. What's up, Mac Main? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. I'll just give my thoughts real quick on the game, to be honest. I just wanted to see Red Zone's crow. He's actually doing a crow on time. I'm actually happy about that. It's a first. But going into the game, realistically, I will give the Ravens a ton of credit. They ran the ball extremely well against us. They played very well in the ground game. J.K. Dobbins had a really good game, and I will not take anything away from that. Our run defense, unfortunately, we did not play our best game today. The reason why was the first half, our offense didn't do jack shit, and Randy Fichtner, I don't know what the fuck he was doing the first half. He literally abandoned the run early. I don't get that, and that really confused me. And because James Conner didn't have a bad start, and then they just decided to abandon the run, and they really couldn't do anything on offense, to be honest with you. Randy Fichtner had a horrible first half. I think it was around the same bad half against it was around the Texans game as well. The Texans game, that was brutal because we didn't start off well in that game. It was kind of similar to that, and then we really shut down the Ravens in the second half. Our defense played extremely well for the most part, even though the Ravens continued to have possession. They had, oh my God, you know how much possession in the game they had? They had 35 minutes, 22 seconds of possession in the game. They completely killed us, especially in the first half. They killed us. But in the second half, when Ben decided to take the game over, he looked fantastic. And Lamar, the only reason why Lamar has completed as many passes he did, because 90% of the people were wide open, because we're blowing coverages. I will give my game balls and my MVPs for the game. Offense, Ben Roethlisberger wins MVP of the game this week. Really can't ask for anything better than Ben, man. He did not throw any interceptions, no stupid throws. He made smart decisions on the ball. Ben deserved every bit of it because I know he had a bad week last week against the Titans. This week, he definitely rebounded. And the running game, we abandoned early, which was really disgusting. I really wanted us to run the ball a little bit more. But, hey, James Conner did get a touchdown. Oh, funny stat. I actually want to tell you guys this. This is the first time in NFL history that a team that rushed for 200-plus more yards than the opposition loses a game. That's the first time in NFL history. That is unreal. It tells you how bad the Ravens are in defense. Because the Ravens' pass defense, they had a good first half. The second half, they looked absolutely terrible. And before anyone says anything, but we had to play without 2 offensive linemen. Where did Steely got hurt? I will say this. You guys had a pretty good drive after losing Ronnie Staley, but Ronnie Staley, though, wish you a speedy recovery, man. Wish you a speedy recovery. And yeah, that was exactly right, McMahon. Ben going the hurry up, that completely changed the game. They were on point on offense when Ben was going for the hurry up. The Ravens had no realistic answer for that. And the Ravens, realistically, they did have some strong suits. Matthew Judon was really good until he got ejected by touching the official. And I'll get to the officials in a little bit, but to be honest with you, the Ravens, I'll give them a ton of credit. They played a damn good game. They came close to winning it. Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think the secondary, other than Joe Hayden Nelson, really had a bad game, to be honest with you. Minkah Fitzpatrick made that one play at the end, but he was blowing reads pretty badly. And Terrell Edmonds had a really bad game as well. Honestly, they're both really bad. But my defensive player of the game is actually Stephon Tuitt. Stephon Tuitt came in and had a fantastic game for us today. He got a bunch of tackles. He led the team in sacks. He was on point this game. He had a fantastic game. Stephon Tuitt's my defensive player of the game, and Ben's my offensive player of the game. The Steelers are 7-0 for the first time since 78. I am so goddamn happy we won. I literally just, after the game was over, I just sat on my couch for like 20 minutes, and I couldn't even do anything. Fitzpatrick did save us. I will give you that, Pat. He did save us, but he honestly really had a bad game in regards to leaving receivers open. He let Miles Boykin open a couple times. He let Hollywood Brown get open on the touchdown. He let Willie Snead get a big gain down the field to get that set up that first touchdown drive. Did not have a good game realistically until the end. I expect better from Minkah Fitzpatrick. Oh, Spillane too, man. Spillane pick 6. That was incredible too. Spillane should have. Oh, yeah, I'll get into that thing. The Spillane did have that fumble that should have counted. So it should have been 5 turnovers for the Steelers defense. We forced 4. It should have been 5 though because he was in bounds. I'll go into the officiating a little bit, but both of them had fantastic games. You cannot go wrong there. The officiating, I'm going to get into that right now. Ravens fans want to complain about officiating for this game. The officiating for this game, especially as I'm official myself, it was very mixed. Down the middle, 50-50, bad calls both ways. There were bad calls both ways in this game. So the people want to go, oh, the official gave you the perfect fair and the face mat. There were so many calls they could have called the issue too. There were so many penalties, ridiculous. It wasn't even funny. The penalty, the ball should have been. We should have had that 5th turnover, that fumble that Spillane had. He was right on his crotch. He was holding on to it inbounds. It never went out. He had possession. He was down. That should have been a possession for the Steelers and a turnover. Unfortunately, it was not called, but I agree. Spillane had it. He literally was like holding onto it right on his crotch. He was like this. He's like, how is that not our possession? Oh, my God. So, yeah, the officiating, honestly, it could have been so much worse. They missed a ton of holding. They missed a ton of pass interference calls. Thank you, McMahon. That was the biggest thing. They missed so many goddamn holding calls. They could have called at least 4 or 5 of them. They only called 1. That's embarrassing. And there was pass interference both ways. There was offense pass for defensive pass interference. There was the holding. They missed so much of the holding. It was insane. Our players, we should have got 5 or 6 sacks, but unfortunately we did not. But still, we really did not play our best game. From the officiating standpoint, the officiating did not do well this game. They had so many dang missed calls. It sucks because – oh, and yes, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, Mac. Thank you for bringing that up. Joe Hayden had the fucking ball. That interception should have counted. That should have been number 3. That should have been number 3 in the interception. He had the ball. He caught it like this. He brought it down, and it landed on his hand. The ball was on it. It's simultaneous. That is an interception. That would be called an interception. In college, in high school, the NFL, it should be called. And yet, it was never called. And this game should have been a lot bigger of a blowout, but to be honest with you, we had a really bad first half, not start off well, because we should have started off well. Like, we had another game without an opening drive touchdown, which really sucks because we had the one game against the Titans and we stopped right there. But then the complete opposite happened this game. We didn't do shit until the second half of offense. But to be honest with you, I'm very happy with what the Steelers did in the second half. They played very well. I wish we would run the ball more, to be honest with you. And that would have been great because James Conner, he had some great runs. And yet we barely ran the ball. Like, Ben had some great throws this game. And also another big thing that the Steelers really did not capitalize on. We should have had some catches early on. Too many damn drops. The receivers were dropping it way too much. Ebron had a drop, but then he made for it later. Then Juju, Deontay Johnson all had drops that was not good at all. We needed to catch those balls. I get it. Early on in the game, the field was in terrible condition in the style of the play, having more ground base, but still, we got the win for the Ravens. We beat them for the first time, I think, since 2007. I think it was like week 9 of 2017, because that was the last time Joe Flacco actually started. I remember that. It was in Baltimore, and we beat Joe Flacco in one of his last starts. So that was the first time we've won a game against the Ravens since then. It's insane. But now we got the Dallas Cowboys next week. I'm watching the game now. The Cowboys really do not scare me, to be honest with you. They really don't. You have to have Ben freaking DiNucci in the freaking game. I'm like, oh, God, it's going to be brutal. My goodness gracious, man. Oh, the gap. Thank you for bringing that up. Their offense was so unorthodox. The offense for the Ravens, they focused on the running. Their passing, they only literally threw the ball when it was wide open. Lamar only did that. But whenever Lamar threw into coverage or if someone was on him, it was a turnover or a fumble most of the time. Lamar Jackson had a really bad game. He had 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions, 1 that we recovered. It should have been 2, but still. The Ravens' offense looked terrible for the most part. On the passing game, the running game, they really got to us. And I will give the Ravens credit. They had a good running game against us. Our run defense wasn't the best. But the thing is, when our defense is out there for literally most of the first half, we're going to have a bad time if we can't get off the field and the offense can't do anything. We're playing Dallas next week. I expect things to be a lot better. We cannot have any stupid turnovers. Chase Claypool, I love Chase Claypool, man. He's doing great. He had the game-winning touchdown today, but that fumble, you got to protect the ball better, man. To be honest with you, you got to protect the ball better. And they were the Ravens and Steelers, this was a grudge match. This was a fight. Both teams were extremely aggressive. Before I go, one thing the Ravens did that pissed me off was they were booing Cameron Hayward with 8 seconds left. He had a legit injury. He was on the ground, and they were gassed, and the Baltimore Ravens fans were booing an injured player. Ravens fans, that's fucking scummy, man. You should not be booing an injured player. I don't give a shit what kind of game it is. I don't give a shit. Oh, but they're trying to stall the Ravens. They're trying to stall the Ravens. No, it's a legit injury. We stopped the game when Ryan Staley had an injury. We stopped it when your other offensive lineman had the injury. Better do the same against us. And Cameron Hayward, I hope he'll get better, man. But you had a really dumb penalty earlier. That was one of the things I said earlier we cannot have is dumb penalties. We really cut down on that. But still, against Dallas next week, do not overlook the Cowboys, the Bengals, or the Jaguars. Don't overlook our next 3 opponents. Because even though the Cowboys are not playing their best right now it's kind of competitive this game. It's 7-3 Eagles. But you never know with this game. I remember 2016 very closely when Ezekiel Elliott ran down our throats in that 2016 game. That was our third loss in a row. That was a really bad loss. I remember that. Ben, you got to remember the two. And I think we got to come out and we just got to punch Dallas right in their mouth. And we got to destroy them easily. I think we can. But this is going to be an interesting game. Our defense played fantastic. Our Ben Roethlisberger got everything he needed to get done. The Steelers get the win. Final score 28-24. I will say, yeah, a lot of them do not have class, and a lot of them are just a lot of them are so butthurt right now. I love it too. If you saw Steel mainstream, remember James Littleton, the person that failed gym coach, the person that is a coward pussy ass bitch? Guess what he said, Mac Bain? I'll actually pull this up because I actually can find Steel mainstream. Give me 1 second because you're going to be surprised. This was after the Robert Spillane interception. So let me go ahead and find it real quick. Sorry. My mic was muted. Edmonds did not have a really good game, Dom. He really didn't. But I'm going to say this. James Littleton, 16 minutes, 57 seconds into the live stream of Steel Maiden. WTF N-word. So, yeah, it looks like people love dropping the N-bomb. James Littleton, you got exposed. And I exposed him on Steel Mainstream. He said WTF N-word. Yeah, that's disgusting. James Littleton, you are a fucking piece of shit. Don't you ever try and come on any of my streams or Steel Mainstreams again. If you do, I will block you on Steel Mainstream. I'm more than happy to block you on my stream because we don't tolerate that shit here. No one drops the N-bomb. I don't understand why people do it. Real Shit is also another person that does it too. He's not welcome on any of my streams. Jizz Nation Sport, yeah, he said it too, but I think he's starting to learn, but I don't think James Littleton, Real Shit, or any of the dumbass Ravens, the bitch way too, who tried to came on another sock account, Steel Mainstream, and I had to really find that out. Yeah, you're a bitch too, bitch way. Mr. Two-Teamer, Mr. Patriots and Ravens fan. Yeah, you guys are fucking disgusting, man. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm actually going to see if Ravens Red Zone's actually streaming. Let me see. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, he actually is streaming. I'm going to see if I can join on his stream. So with that being said, guys, this is LC Muscles 28 signing out. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Let's go, Steelers. We beat the Ravens, baby. We got 3 games against 3 very bad teams this next couple of weeks. Let's beat them all, starting with the Cowboys. Good day, everyone. And I will see you later. Let's go, Steelers.